Good evening and welcome to Porcupine Stand here on YouTube with Sober. Well, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to enjoy the amazing content here on this particular platform. And we are going to talk about it. Two ASANTE Kotoko players officially club now announced your name in the shape of Esmat Hamid Abdoelkarem and Abdoulkarim Abdulrahman. Na mmeranteɛ mmienu ne ɛba abɛdi ɔmo nkɔmmɔ. Now, there are 3 Ghanaian coaches at the moment in Sudan. 3 Ghanaian coaches, Eric Amponsa, Ignatius, Seifusu, then your coach Akwesi Apia. Okoema Eric Amponsa will take over. So they've been in Sudan for some time now, and Coach Akwesi Apia being the technical director of ASANTE Kotoko, and I advise Kotoko on these players. And almost everything. So we needed to try and get some of the reports, speak to some of the personalities. Now, what these players, exactly what are their strengths and what would they add to ASANTE Kotoko? Let's start with Abdoulkarim Abdulrahman, because Nukwenya Menonona extensive conversation on him that we can boldly talk about his qualities without getting tired. Save this video because I know one day we'll come back to this video. Because Nipana will engage in the recommendation and in some of them about these players. Hardly do they get scouting of players wrong. So we can trust their report and say exactly as it is without any fear. Say Ochinebi and Yomeba Bedania Komoni. Well, the first thing we need to know, the Makano. Players being scouted by Akwesi Apia, and they are part of his national team project, our Build Sudan. None of these 2 players can the national team. Just that they are not starters in his team. They can't send it here. Esmat Abdoelkarem has been training with Coach Akwesi Apia and his core team, but he is not a starter with the Sudanese team. But he has been part. The same way Abdoulkarim Abdulrahman, so a part of it, but on your starter with the Sudanese team. Just that Coach Akwesi Apia has explained to the football personalities in Sudan that these are 2 talented. When they monitor them well, they will be of good use to the country. Yanko Abdoulkarim Abdulrahman. The first thing about Abdoulkarim Abdulrahman is that he is a ball-playing centre-back. This is the first key thing a what boy in this scouting report. Se ball nan kasabo. Unimbo nan kasabo. There are some type of strikers, they are not comfortable with the ball. Se ball no young ball no they struggle with it. For instance, when you talk about Mukwala and you talk about Kalu Atara, see a kasaba are comfortable with the ball, you know it because Kalu is not so comfortable with the ball. Hardly who said Kalu take on 2 defenders. But Mukwala is comfortable with the ball. Watch the goal he scored against Hartlepool. His move, his cutback, and his shooting. So it's not just an issue of shooting, but an issue of take on because Nipani talk also the same say he is the type of striker. Se ball no move feeding man amadi be bounce no ba be gina center circle no so agene mo boko. The person stated that apart from the fact that he is comfortable with the ball, he loves to have the ball. He's that kind of striker. And this is coming from someone I can trust when it comes to scouting and report around players. Ball no so penny ball. So I'm expecting a player all be control. All be turning. All dribbles, not just goal scoring. That is the kind of player I'm expecting based on how he has been described to me. And you're hyping. Maybe I'll talk about some weaknesses Nipan highlight in Abdoulkarim Abdulrahman. There's a player, my end who 1 week because I'm breaking news, so I know what I'm talking about. So people should expect a ball playing center forward. 2, nipa ne say our excellent movement. Omo ye training e was Sudan. When you beba ahoso no, why wagen say oh yeah 2 verses 3 bi no. He is so comfortable in 2 verses 3. How he moves confused defenders. And that's the second thing I'm talking about the boy. How he moves confused defenders. Someone say your coach who training out or you 3 defenders, not 2 strikers. It will 3 strikers, 2 defenders. Now create a scenario where the ball no could nipa so. Then they watch the movement of the players. Or Nabaso on the movement. Say apart from the fact that he's comfortable in the ball, he has excellent movement. When he be also no, but we know what found no. He is extremely smart as a player. My main weakness but I can about the player before I move on to another positive. Or see he is a player or yeah that matured. And that is the word he used. Compared to his brother. Niniano was 30 years so matured on air Ahila captain. But see Niniano any Ketuano. Ketuani nye matured, sir. He's a pure young striker. So there will be moments you might make some mistakes. That is one thing I'll kind about the player which faces on his weakness. In why we say a prime striker, he is not there. Was show potential, was show qualities, but he's not a mature striker. You are more likely to see a player cut in the fold of Mbella rather than in Fege. I say Fege, from the word go see for being also a matured. Mbella was seen as a young striker, hungry for success, hungry to write his name in the history books. And that is the kind of player I am when it comes to his qualities. And that is weakness about the player. Third positive thing about the player near said he hardly misses chances. We have another weakness about the player. Or see, he hardly misses chances. And I was just watching the interview on Kotoko. Or see, he's a fox in the box. Just as the coach described, Pepe and Abrantian can say he's a fox in the box. But also sometimes when you need him in the box, he's not there. Because say me catch say opebo ne bono. Coach ne to also can say ebi o ha so one boss system players ni be create am ni be na ma come ne dinner. Why on no mba be bo no no small ko wings. Ube through box you are expecting say one be one. Now fail no build it ba on no build it ba he might not be in the box. So you need a system that will keep him in the box. That will give him a lot of supplies. This me instead of me Kenya and some coach be the catcher him. Ebien where me myself. It is a one man supply number come ne no be boa. Why have a do penalty box no nyina ho? Because about be boa building. But say who build a system when you are supplying him with enough passes, he will be a fox in the box. So that is something ni nyina no matchro aka players no ho a homo dey abre Kotoko, and that is one positive thing. This is not a player feeling a Kotoko technical team. Ever scheduled to discover much about him because everything they need, he has been working with the coach for almost 4 months now. About 4 months, crowd. And on the coach be ejuma. And detailed information about his behavior, his style of play, the best position for him, the best system for him. Trouble any accountable me the ASANTE Kotoko technical team. If you say a coach, and say how many goals should we expect? Bisano, say such a player, how many goals should you expect? I must say, as someone became a man for Hunipacro. But I'll say, the first Kotoko team na G League under Ogum, if the player needs to start team now, he will score more than Kotoko current team. That way. This make you know that he's a Ghanaian, my boy. But also a Ghanaian. One, he stated that it will depend on the kind of creative players at Kotoko. Because if you have Lamte, you have Gama. No mu jejamu da siru aiso kopom no mu kritimawa, you will score more. But if there's issues with supply there, you have to come and take the ball. that will be an issue. So getting such a player, the other thing ASANTE Kotoko team in the background is that they will need creators. Upo last season, Kotoko had Zeze, Kotoko had Shadrach Ado, Kotoko no more Richmond Lamptey, no more Isaac Kopong, no more Enoch Morrison, no more Babaya. All these players at the point played behind Steve Dese Mukwala. Isaac Kopong ball behind Mukwala. Lamptey ball behind Mukwala. Zeze ball behind Mukwala. Shadrach Ado ball behind Mukwala. Babaya ball behind Mukwala. Then you get Enoch Morrison behind Steve Dese Mukwala. Now when you're Brantia, you fed even Peter Aminu Akwa and Bernard Songwa as creators behind Mukwala. So with that amount of creators behind you, there will be a lot of chances that will be created for you. Therefore, you don't have to come deep back center circle. But these are players are only limited to the last 25 years or the final third of your opponent for you to focus on how efficient I'll be as a striker or the final third of the opponent. If we're not that Nibia, there should be limited expectation on the player. But if he's getting that, and that is why someone like me who say Kotoko need more than Emmanuel Entry. For Ibrahim Asem, people have issues, but I'm staying. I talk about Seto say because I know say Morrison corner Lamptey corner Zezeko. That's a Shadrach Adokwa. Only Emmanuel Entry cannot replace these players in terms of their creativity spark. Don't forget Isaac Oponsoko. So now, if you are talking about true creators in the Kotoko team, because creators, no, Michael Che Jamana and settle as a creator. Andrew Sintin and settle as a creator. So we need replacement for Lamptey. We need replacement for Morrison. We need replacement. If you want to see how creative Morrison is, Kotoko has how from the deep zone, no small passes, Mukwala. So you need creators for someone like Isaac Opon, dribblers. They will seize attention from pure defenders to create space for your center forward. So Mukwala was intelligent, a good scorer, but clearly, he had better players to complement him. Looking at the current ASANTE Kotoko team near one, we don't have up to that. But if you are getting Seto saying in his element and as good, Unya Salif Ibrahim in his element on the first season was hard. Even last season, Di Maria was the man of the match, Marco 5. Now Unya Emmanuel Enchi, now Unya Babaya, Unya Peter Aminu Akwa. It tells you the kind of options you have around the player so that you have numerous chances for him to do the finishing. Osate Brofokam, Tende Radias. On Abdul Hamid, a dear boy is smart. Okay, I'll say smart. Maybe Sana Kakra. Or say he's more attacking than defending. That was what he said. Basically, he's more attacking than defending. Also, your types of fullbacks. Your more. So I could create our tournament at Spain Ibuya. He does a lot of defending. The same way Joshua Kimmich, our Germany. He does a lot of more attacking. So in summary, what the coach said was that he is more attacking than defending. That was Kakro Kafano. And he's been with them. Both players, Nokwani said they've been playing more with their U23 more than their senior team. The senior team no check out so many call-ups, maybe matches, maybe on my bench, but almost 30 baby. For you to know more about them. Again, in recent time, the Sudanese league na no kwene the Sudanese league ni tokani si ye nintino. Sudan league no mumbo. Nansia no mkobo the Sudan Super League. Our Tanzania award team ya Abdoelkarem Abdoelkarem free by. Ahila team na Abdul Hamid free by. Any clubber Jeffen Almeric mkobo the Sudan Super League. Our Tanzania. Ahila Eje. So that is the news. These are the things to expect from them. For the defender, like I said, Nepalese, he's more attacking than defending. Excellent with his crosses. We be saying about the attacking also. For attacking, he's one of the best. So if Kotoko is operating in a three-man system, three-back system, according to this coach, he is a player that will function well as a wing back for Asante Kotoko. When you saw Timisa about right back account, yes, Abdul Hamid, Esmat Hamid with Timisa about a right back account, but he's in as a left back. So we all go to Adakwajache. But I'm saying, there is a proper scouting report on these players, which will be handed over to the coach on how best he can use them. Recruiting Yamianim in some of coaches can only Sudan for any. Sudan for any. Yes, Ghana hand me share them who say Sudanese staff for Ghana sao. Mostly in Kenya, Burkina, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, sometimes Benin, and Nigeria, West Africa for no ebaha had to focus far a year. Fatau Dauda was the goalkeeper straight and American one. Yes, Fatau Dauda had to focus far a strong October from South Africa, left back the nearby. So normally when it comes to Ghana and foreigners, yes, we don't see much of Sudanese. Either Burkina, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Togo, Benin, Cameroon. Taifa. Recently, and a house to Congolese in Lenda in Tangine Glen Otanga. Esoba had to folk. But naturally, these are the countries we'll deal with. So we'll be looking at how these Sudanese can settle in the Asante Kotoko team and get the results done. But like I said, the potential of these players, Coach Akwesi Appiah Muji, boys see potential deeper, and they believe they can get the results for us if they settle and settle. Again, you look at Coach Akwesi Appiah, look at the kind of recommendations that Coach Akwesi Appiah had in his life as a coach. And he's able to let the world know a talenter. Now, it gives them the necessary confidence for them to settle and get the job done. Abdoelkarem ne no krinibo and ojini so nimbo. So we all go to Adakwajache Name Admo on Monday and see what these boys will do. On say most steady make more about Abdoelkarem than Abdul Hamid because I had little information about Abdul Hamid. I talked more about Abdoelkarem because that is what I know. So let's see how best Coach Ogun will handle these boys and let them deliver in a way that Asante Kotoko Bukwala the 14 goals Neko. Kalu Atara the 4 Neko, making it 18. So what I say? 18 goals na sa players in the coy. Don't forget last 2 seasons Bukwala shared 12. So Kotoko need an attacker that can give more than what we call 12 goals. So we see how best the system will be developed for Abdoelkarem Abdoelkarem to give Kotoko more than 12 goals. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.